You've both been here before, you both know the rules. All I want is a good, clean fight and obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, come out fighting.
Both men looking very serious when they receive the referee's instructions. Boonshoot corner taking their time removing the Moncon. Moving the rope. Millwood is ready to go. Millwood just wants to get it on. Make their way to centre round touch club. Oh, very calm. Millwood, big rip to the body. Gore up with the high kick. Millwood's hunting with that right hand. Looks like he's hoping for an early night. Big right hand, big right round kick to the head. Powerful left jab there from Millwood. Finds Thor with the right hand. Thor's backing up. Thor's trying to take this slowly. Millwood's trying to take advantage of the fact that Thor's slow to start.
Left elbow by Thor.
He's trying to take advantage of the fact that Bomber is leaping forward on that jab. Hopefully going to leap into that elbow. Bomber is certainly aptly named. They are big punches and big kicks. Thor retaliates, low thigh kick. Stepping in with that jab. Bomber certainly knows what he's good at.
Likes going forward, Bomber.
Certainly does. Which is pretty standard for the urban fight gym. Carnage is a big fan of the full speed straight ahead strategy too. And it works. It certainly works for him.
Yes. Nice defense on that elbow from Thor.
Absolutely. He's worn a number of big punches, Thor.
Yes.
He's done a good job of shaking them off, but I think you can see that they've taken their toll. He's breathing very heavily for someone that's done as little work as he has thus far. Millwood is definitely trying to stamp his authority on Thor at the outset. 2-3, says Richard Walsh in the corner.
Yes.
Millwood deviates from the plan, looking for the right uppercut, but his foil finds the right hook, but it's not powerful enough to introduce Thor to the canvas. Millwood seems very tense, but he's certainly applying the pressure. Like a slight cut over Millwood's right eye. Thor lands the leg kick. Bomber looking for the right hand, not finding it. Thor's trying to come back with that leg kick, not finding that either. Very busy first round. Grant leans forward, comes over with the right elbow. Thor leads in with an elbow of his own. Thor finds Millwood with a straight jab. Millwood's really working those hands as hard as he possibly can. And it looks to me like now that Thor's weathered the storm, he's starting to find his routine. Over with the big right hook. Again, Thor finding that lead leg with the round kick. Going for the sweep. Millwood comes back with the heavy jab. He's jumping forward on that jab, putting all his weight into it.
Let's get it round number one. Our main event here in rush number 8. Thor, God of Thor Hoopmann, Grant.
Well, I'd say that was a great round to that.
Thor certainly looks like he's had a hard first round.
Round 2.
They touch gloves, and Millwood's back in, looking to catch that leg and retaliate with a big right hand. Millwood stuffs his left into Thor's bush, but Thor gets back at the kick. He's a bit clumsy looking, Grant Millwood.
Yes, yes.
Very powerful though. Very powerful. Thor trying to lean through that guard with the elbow. Millwood tries with one of his own, falls into the corner. Skillfully deflected by Thor. Thor comes back with the jab. Millwood, big right rip to the body. Catches Thor with the jab as Thor tries to come in with the elbow. Millwood certainly does not lack on the aggression stakes. Big right rip to the body. Thor certainly showing the effects on his rib cage. He's marked up already. Again with the elbow, but Millwood's having none of it. Millwood with the right round kick, finding that rib cage. Thor countering with the big right round kick to the leg, and again, a bit low, across the calf/shin. Millwood lines Thor up again for those big hands, and lands the big right hook, looking for the knee. They're tied up in the grapple. A move separates them, and they continue. Millwood is bleeding from the nose. Some of that blood's made its way onto Thor's chest. Actually, it looks to me like Millwood's got a substantial cut in his forehead. Up in the hairline, it's now starting to bleed down his face. Thor's looking to land that right elbow. It's like a razor. Big right rip to the body. Trying to get that knee in. Thor gets in with the right uppercut. It was very elegant, very nicely placed. Millwood's really bleeding a streak down the middle of his face right now. Thor's leaping in with the elbow. It's a very significant cut. He's got two. He's got one in his forehead and one in his hairline, and both are bleeding furiously. Thor's up with the left leg. Millwood throws the right. Thor's starting to settle. He's landed a third elbow. We can't see because he's got his back to it, but it looks huge. As a matter of fact, it is, and the blood is starting to pour out of Millwood now. It's gone up in a huge spume in front of his face. Breathed out. 45 seconds to the end of the round, and they can start blocking these cuts up so Millwood can go back to doing what he does best, which is throwing those massive bombs. But Thor is not going to let him. He's working those cuts. He's firing those elbows in as hard as he can. He's trying to slot him into the space between Millwood's mitts. Millwood is slowing down. And we
Let's
have
hear it, round number 2. What a super round.
Well, there's a lot of blood on Thor Hoopmann. And
Eruption number 8.
after a furious first round from Grant Millwood, where he really stamped his authority on Thor, Thor's managed to slut a lot of straight elbows in between the space in Millwood's mitts and cut him at least 3 times. There's a lot of blood. Whether it's going to go to decision, we can only wait and see.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want some...
Short 2 rounds. And the referee has called it off. Too much blood, and that is